Hello children, welcome back to the online session of Sri Gokulam Public School, Guruvayur. I am Vijay Lakshmi, your maths teacher. So I think you have practiced how to do division by one digit number, isn't it? Okay. So I think you are able to do it now, right? Now today I am going to teach you how to divide a number by 10. Okay, let us see some examples for that. I have written some examples over here. Let us divide by 10 and see the result. Okay, shall we start? Now, divide 34 by 10. Now, as the number 3 is smaller than 10, you have to consider both the numbers. Okay, so how many times will 10 go in 34? Yes, 10 3s are 30, isn't it? So 10 3s are 30. Now subtract it. Yes. So that's it. What is the quotient here? 3. And what is the remainder here? 4. Okay. Now, let us go to the next division. 45 by 10. Now, as 2 is lesser than 10, we have to consider both the digits, 2 and 4. So, let us see how many times 10 goes in 24. Yes, how many times? 2 times. 10 2s are 20, isn't it? Now, subtract 4 minus 0 is 4 and 2 minus 2 is 0. Then bring down the next number, 5. Now, how many times 10 will go in 45? Yes, 4 times, isn't it? So, 10 4s are 40. Now, subtract 5 minus 0 is 5 and 4 minus 4 is 0. So, tell me, what is the quotient here? Quotient is 24 and remainder is equal to 5. Isn't it? Now let us see the third example, 1829 by 10. Yes. Again here the digit 4 is less than 10. So you have to consider both the digits 4 and 8 for the division process. So now how many times will 10 go in 48? Yes, 10 4s are 40. Isn't it? Now subtract it. 8 minus 0 is 8 and 4 minus 4 is 0. Now bring down the next number, 2. Yes? Now how many times will 10 go in 82? 8 times. 10 8s are 80. Now subtract 2 and 0. Then bring down the next number, 9. Now again, how many times will 10 go in 29? 2 times. 10 2s are 20. Now subtract again, 9 and 0. So now you have the quotient as 482 and remainder is equal to 9. Now children, look at the quotient and remainder of each set of numbers. What can you understand from this? You see that in the first division, you see the digit 4 is the remainder and the quotient is 3. That means the digit 4 is remainder and quotient is 3. Okay? Now let us move to the next division. You see that the last digit 5 is the remainder, that is the digit in the ones place, and the rest of the digits 24 is the quotient. Isn't it? Now let us see the third example. Now look, the remainder is 9 here. So you have the remainder is 9 and the quotient is 482. So children, we can see in all the three cases that the digit in the ones place is the remainder. The digit in the ones place is remainder and all the other digits form the quotient. Okay.
When a number is divided by 10, the digit in the ones place is the remainder. The rest of the digits make up the quotient.
So now you have learned the division of a number by 10. Now let us learn how to divide a number by 100. Okay. So we have two examples over here. Let us see how to divide it. Okay. So 100 is a 3-digit number, isn't it? So you cannot simply take the first digit because it is smaller than 100. If you take the two digits 2 and 5 also, it is smaller than the digit 100. So you have to take all the three digits for dividing. Okay. So let us take and multiply the number 100 and see how many times will it go in 256. Yes, 2 times, isn't it? Because 100 into 2 is equal to 200. So 100 into 2 is 200. Now subtract. 6 minus 0 is 6 and 5 minus 0 is 5. Now can you divide it further? No, because this is a 2-digit number and 100 is a 3-digit number. So what is the remainder? 56. So you have quotient is equal to 2 and remainder is equal to 56. Okay. Now let us go for another example. This is a 4-digit number and let us divide it by 100. Now because 100 is a 3-digit number, we have to consider the 3-digit number 347. So how many times will it go? Yes, 3 times, isn't it? So 100 3s are 300. Now subtract. 7 minus 0 is 7. 4 minus 0 is 4. And 3 minus 3 is 0. Then bring down the next number 4. Now how many times will 100 go in 474? Yes, 4 times. Okay. So 400. Now subtract again. 4 minus 0 is 4. And 7 minus 0 is 7. And 4 minus 4 is 0. So can you divide it further? No. So here the quotient is 34 and remainder is equal to 74. Now look at the dividend. The dividend is 256. And what is the quotient? 2. And what is the remainder? 56. So you can see that the last two digits or the digits in ones and tens place. The digit in ones and tens place is the remainder and the digit in the hundreds place is the quotient. Now look at the next example here. The digit in the ones and tens place, 74 is the remainder and the other digits, what are the other digits here? 3 and 4, that is 34. So they form the quotient. So what do you understand from this? That
when a number is divided by 100, the digit in the tens and ones place make up the remainder. The rest of the digits make up the quotient. Now let us divide some numbers by 10 and 100. First one, 45 divided by 10. The digit in ones place is 5. So the remainder is 5 and the quotient is 4. Next, 357 divided by 100. The digit in tens and ones place is 5 and 7. So the remainder is 57 and the quotient is 3. Next, 4532 divided by 10. The digit in the ones place is 2. So the remainder is 2. And the other digits 4, 5 and 3 make up the quotient 453. 789 divided by 10. Here the digit in the ones place is 9. So the remainder is 9. And the rest of the digits 7 and 8 make up the quotient 78. The last problem is 1859 divided by 100. The digit in the tens and ones place make up the remainder. So the remainder is 59. And the rest of the digits make up the quotient. And that is equal to 18.
That was easy, no children? So in this way you can divide numbers by 10 and 100 very easily. So practice more problems and it will help you a lot. So go through the YouTube video which I have attached in the session, write down the notes and practice more problems from the textbook. See you next day with a new topic. Until then, stay home, stay safe.